What have we got in this very, very interesting arena that we never ever get to see? Like ever. The robo, is it still bugged? Yeah, it's still buggy. The robo drum, it is going to be a little bit buggy, boys. There's going to be some weird flashes here and there. And I think I'm still going to end up technically being dead because my body is somewhere invisible in one of these teams. My body is physically somewhere in the game. It's going to be Dirge Brian on Team Blue with Goku, Maru, and we got us as Prox in the back and Nitrous going back as an Unholy DK. It looks like the Master Two-Hand Sword is there. Bat on Team Red with Christina, Sugar Daddy going up first. Zero Energy hanging in the back. You guys might want to come down from there. You're going to get zapped. And we got Fruity Dad. Yeah, you guys might want to come away from there because I think it's going to start zapping. You see that coil? Yeah, you might want to come down towards where the other guys, yeah, just stay by the wall because that's going to eventually kill you. It's going to end up killing you. Like, I think 3 zaps and you're dead. Yeah, so you just might have to play around it. Just give him enough space. Sugar Daddy going up versus Prox in the opener. Not a very fortunate, not a very favorable fight into an interrupt onto Sugar Daddy. Shadow spells. But Prox can actually take advantage of that situation. It's going to go for the Vampiric Embrace while Mindbender's up and running. Prox just continue to do sustain damage to Sugar Daddy while healing himself. Bash onto the Priest for a second. Might be some big cooldowns on him. Could be huge buyout of Prox right now. Is actually going to go for Greater Fate. Trying to maybe see if he can get another kick. Does he have another kick? He does, as Sugar Daddy trying to get some dots up and running. Prox playing very sustained heavy. I think he's playing Berserk rather than Incarn here. The Priest does get the mind control on him. The bleeds are still ticking down on him little by little. But looks like Prox didn't really go for the big setup so far. Not massive bleeds, not massive anything. Siphon coming out, does get a stun onto Sugar Daddy, trying to get himself a bit of a setup with some damage. Sugar Daddy is going to go for a bit of a disperse. Getting away for Prox. Nope. Actually, I guess there's nowhere to go, really. There's pillars. There's this area here, that kind of a little ramp. There's not a lot of places you can actually go. Not a lot of people really duel in this area, ever. Sugar Daddy getting a fear onto Prox. Shadow Monster Fall still no trinket out of the feral, and he's just melting little by little. Prox isn't even going for a big setup. He's just going for a slow and steady, trying to manage his cooldowns because he knows there's the rest of the team red here, ready to go, and Sugar Daddy is just going to be, I guess, eaten alive little by little. Just nothing he can do. Trying to get himself a self-heal. Short stun onto Prox. Shadow Man, not even forcing a trinket out of him, dude. That is so sad. That's a Priest life. Sugar Daddy, you tried your best, man. You tried your hardest. Prox literally just has even an execute off of you with Reaping Flames. He literally has Reaping Flames execute off of you. Maybe that's what he was trying to do. Make sure you're low in health, Reaping Flames, so you can turn around and hit somebody else with Reaping Flames, like Zero Energy here, as he goes in for a trinket from Prox's setup. Thorns are out for Prox with a wall to fall. Zero Energy got himself evasion. Looks like he's going to be chasing after Prox for a second. Does not commit Cloak of Shadows or anything. Going to be huge Reaping Flames onto Zero Energy. Cloak in that lane with advantage to fall. Still has dots on him, though. If Prox can get back over there and just Moonfire the guy just to keep him in combat, that would be perfect for him. Does get the reopen of Zero Energy without any trinkets available. I think Prox is going to bleed him out to dry, dude. Yeah, very unfortunate, Zero. He does get himself a Sippy Cup rolling. Might not be out of the fight completely. Might be okay if he does Phantom Knives Prox out as he's approaching. He needs to stagger his Phantom Knives. Still has Dasta. Maybe, no, if you were to predict, if you were to watch out for the daze, as soon as he leaps to you, even when he's not behind you, the daze does happen. If you're watching out for the daze and Phantom Knives right as that happens, that would have been perfect. Looks like Zero Energy is not going to set that CC from Prox in the opener. It looks like he actually might be able to get himself, if he waits long enough, stealth. Oh, it looks like Prox is going to thrash him out. Bash to follow Zero. Might be able to get a set of blind onto Prox. And I know Prox is want to ration cooldowns even more. Open Prox, get him calm points up and running up to Zero. Does get Shadow stepped on. Bike to follow by Zero by the looks of it. Prox taking that damage. Does trinket something. He did trinket something at some point. I'm not sure what he trinketed, but that might put him back because he's going to be going up against Bat next. And with the big old stone, Bat could do quite a bit of damage. How is Prox so purple like that? Interesting. IBM to follow for Bat as he does get a stun to Prox. Big bike to follow Prox. Mind pop big defenses here. Wall up, Thorns up, and Bat trying to go up in the air. Actually has a perfect opportunity, perfect position where he was. Because what are you going to do? Run on the ramp? You can't really run around like and dive into that hole, into that lid. of that corner of the pillar. You actually just have to go the long way, so for bad that was quite freebie damage, but it looks like the bleeds are starting to rack up on him. Prox actually goes for a leap, juke out from Bat, trying to stay away from him, does get stunned short, and Bat is still on the chase. The already stuns pretty heavily against Prox. Does hit him with an imprison. That's going to be a tank trinket, I believe. Prox, is that really a tank trinket? Is that what this is? We'll get to see in the chat in a little. We get to see if he's actually running a tank trinket, because that's scum if he is. Tank trinkets are out of the game, except I guess for one of them, right? Yeah, we'll need to see what that's all about. Bat is trying to see if he can get himself a little bit extra damage back to back at Prox. Walling his damage as Bat is basically, I mean, how can he come back here? I-Beam might be able to come back. No dampening quite yet. Still goes down. Couldn't quite reverse the damage. I guess maybe his leech is a little low. Maybe he doesn't even have a full self-heal build. That was no dampening. He actually, I feel like he could have made a comeback. Christina is going to be up next as the next Feral in the rotation. What's Dork's doing over here? What are you doing? Kick fire. Alright, get back over, man. Get back to the side. 5 minutes in on Prox might be able to go for a big old 1v5. Christina is going to give him a run for the money. One is in stealth, the other is in stealth. Okay, they walk past one another. Christina decided, you know what, I'm going to swipe out a little bit earlier. Just at least deny Prox the opener. Decided to go and see if they might be able to be ballsy about it. Christina taking a little bit of damage right now as both Ferals got Thorns up on her, and Christina trying to commit some damage. Thorns is doing pretty bad for him. Big Duster got onto Prox, almost hit him off with the Reaping Flames. Prox did go for a Swiftman at the nick of time. And now he needs to make a comeback with the damage. Christina still has a trinket. Is going to trinket out of the bash immediately. Big bite onto Prox. Prox isn't looking all that good right now. No trinket available. Christina not looking good either, though. Could be anyone's game. Wall coming up for Prox. Might be enough to hold him up. Christina won't have the wall for much longer. It's going to be a maim by Prox. Does he have enough damage from that maim? Looks like Christina does go for a Swiftman for a second. Big bite out of Prox. Christina is still somehow kicking. If Christina has any CC of their own, they might be able to come back. It's going to get finishes onto Prox. Thorns is up for Prox. It looks like Christina is going to be down for the count. Fruity Dad is up next. Trying to get those Pyroblasts out onto Prox immediately. And it's going to hit him with a Rot Trinket. That should be enough damage. The trinket finally connects. Should be able to do a little bit. The dot is pretty decent. Fruity Dad popping in Ring of Frost on one side. Prox can't really go into it. He's having to go a long way. Perfect opportunity for Fruity Dad to get a blink onto Prox's breath into a Meteor right after. Meteor does connect. Hasn't seen combustion out of the maze just yet, though. Got himself a temporal just so he can maintain sustained damage onto Prox. Might actually be able to get him close to the Scorch crits. Even get him close to a 30% damage there. 30% health, and the Scorch is our 100% crit. Tank Trinket coming out for Prox. Is that something you can maybe steal by Fruity Dad? Try to go for Reaping Flames onto Prox from there. Dust of Stars as well. It's going to be a short route onto Prox. He does power shift out of it. Fruity should be able to finally get some damage back in. He has a bit of combustion if he needs to. No trinket available for Prox for a bit. Fruity Dad does go for a trinket as the bash comes in. He actually cannot get any damage while Prox is below, and he's getting a couple auto attacks here and there. Combustion coming up for Fruity Dad. Does he have the big damage set up? Prox kind of out in the open. Had to go for a long line, and still Pyroblasts are wrecking him. Might have actually been able to escape fast enough, but it looked like he was having to go from that area to this pillar. It was a pretty long run, honestly. The positioning for those pillars wasn't all that good for him. I thought maybe Fruity Dad might be able to get a bunch of Pyroblasts in there, but maybe he should have used it a little bit earlier. Needs to somehow find some CC onto Prox. Breath, maybe a ring. Not gonna happen. Trinket for Prox. Looking to get an Ice Block out of Fruity Dad. Looks like it might be Ice Block here. If he wants to survive, that is gonna be his Cauterize. No, Temporal actually keeping him alive. Not Cauterize just yet. Somehow still alive past all the reasons. Is gonna be an Ice Block here. Was that a Cauterize this time? Very hard to tell. I guess we'll know in a bit. 8 minutes in. Breath onto Prox. Does he go for a Greater Pyro? Nope. Should have probably went for Ring of Peace if he has one. Reaping Flames onto Fruity Dad. Try to go for a Invis, but that's going to be it. So it looks like he did proc out his Cauterize at the end there. Because he did Ice Block it. Yeah, look, I'm dead too. Is that a big old 1v5? It is. That's quite a lot of damage, actually. 7 million damage in the single arena, dude. 5 people. 7 million damage split amongst them. I guess he did let someone...